welcome to Xavier's podcast for gifted listeners. I'm your host, Grace Shockey, back from the dead.
And I'm your irregular host, Sean Price, friends of Grace Shockey.
Because social anxiety is real, folks.
Hey!
We're at the Nerds of the Galaxy meetup, which has been held at Multiverse Comics. It's like a mini con, kind of.
Yeah, it's actually, we had a really nice turnout. We did. We have a lot of people here. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I pulled up, and at first my grandma was like, where is this place? And then I saw like one person in costume. I'm like,
there it is.
I'm like, I know where my people are.
Right. And sorry about the background noise, by the way. We are at a con type event, so there is a lot of people walking around, a lot of music and vendors and stuff
but
like that.
But they turned off the music, so...
Yeah, they did. But there is a lot of like background noise going on and stuff, but that's what that is. It's not like interference on our part, because... It's
90% Phil George and Anthony eating Taco Bell.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not Gambit chasing a water bottle.
Yeah, the Super Adventure Brothers are just like in the background eating their lunch, so that's why you can hear Anthony's rapper.
Anthony is a messy eater. It's okay. We've come to accept that.
All right. Well, back to your regularly scheduled program. What's our topic today, Grace?
Literally just the topic of the con and.
Okay. No X-Men specific things today.
No, since I had
Let's
very
talk about
limited
this new costume though.
Very limited planning involved in everything, including
yeah.
costume.
Well, you're back from the hospital now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been about a month, I think. Time moves
like
really
that, yeah.
slowly on all the meds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been about a month. Yeah, I got out July 27th.
You're having like Vietnam War flashbacks
I am.
right now. You
like,
said yeah like 12 times. You went yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
More like prison flashback.
It's similar. I did not see sunlight for many, many moons.
It's okay.
So let's talk about getting these costumes that you just got, because I've seen the other ones that you have.
Yeah, this was I got all new costumes actually.
Yeah, you replaced your 90s Jean Grey one as well.
I got 90s Jean. I got Dark Phoenix, regular Phoenix, and then I found Phoenix of the White Crown, which I was super excited about.
Regular Phoenix.
Well, it is. You say regular.
You make her
Phoenix.
sound so plain. Regular Phoenix.
But it's not like they call her Green Phoenix.
Yeah, Greenix.
It's just Phoenix, but sometimes you have to specify because
What
not everybody knows.
All of the things that you know.
Yeah. Not everybody knows as much as Grace does.
So yeah, let's talk about some of the cool cosplayers that we have here.
Winter Soldier, I see you over there.
Winter Soldier. Miranda Chapman is dressed up as the Winter Soldier today with her husband Logan, I think is his name. I hope I got it right. He's Captain America, and he's
sorry to not Logan.
Right, yeah, he's got a dope costume. We have a Killer Frost here. She looks pretty cool. Miranda Fitzgerald, I think is how you pronounce her last name.
I
Fitzgerald?
think so.
Miranda, how do you pronounce your last name? I know how to pronounce Chapman.
That was a cackle.
Other Miranda.
Sorry, Sean.
Fitzgerald.
Oh, so you were kind of right.
Okay, I normally just say Fitz and then blah, 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 so.
Yeah,
Miranda Fitzgerald is doing a Killer Frost cosplay, and it is killer. And then we also have her fiance, Justin, is dressed up as Red Hood today, and he's got a pretty dope... Did I get his name wrong? I didn't get his name wrong, right? Oh, I thought... Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I have headphones on, and I just see people's mouths moving, and I'm like, they're talking about me, I guarantee it.
They're talking about how stupid you are.
To be fair, I just say Justin in, because...
I don't know his last name.
It looks Russian.
Okay.
But to be completely honest, I have no clue how to pronounce it.
Cool.
Sorry, Justin.
And then did you see the Deathstroke and the Cyborg?
I saw the Cyborg because I thought that was super, super cool.
That's the kind of costume exactly like that Tonry wants to make.
You haven't even mentioned your favorite costume.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite costume cosplayers of all time is here. Sorry, I had to burp. Spider Phil is here. Yay, Spider Phil!
I like his fanny pack.
That's Spider Phil for you.
It's in.
A Baja Blast
it's-
freeze in his hand.
There's like a little pie enamel pen on the slice of pie.
He's got a Wu-Tang Clan seatbelt on.
Anthony is dropping lettuce,
Anthony, you have
tomatoes, and
ingredients
cheese
all over this floor.
all over the place.
Yeah, I'm making the world's biggest burrito.
You gotta make sure you clean it up, buddy.
Duh.
It's
Yeah.
the world.
It's the world. No, and then the Deathstroke cosplay is pretty dope. And then George, our very own Super Adventure George, is dressed up as Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then we got new Super Stuff T-shirts.
You can't see them because it's a microphone, but it's got kind of like the Nickelodeon splatter, which we don't own.
You can't say that name. Don't say that name.
What?
That is a company that will come after me.
Bye bye.
I've had run-ins with them in the past.
Never mind. It's just a generic green splatter
Kind of like the
in
Disney
no
splatter.
association whatsoever to Nickelodeon.
Hey, don't come after me. Come after Miranda Fitzgerald. She's the one that made the shirt.
And it says Super Stuff.
Yeah, Super Stuff. Da-da-da-da. And it's got our links on the back.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I just now saw the back, guys.
Jesus.
Anthony's a very messy eater.
Literally, I got like a brand new
Get the
$50
room
like
adjustment.
cooling pillow with
Yeah.
this nice cool gel in it.
Did he drop something on
He
it?
got Chinese food on my new pillow.
Okay, I thought it was the other night when he spilled pizza sauce on it. Or he spilled pizza sauce on
Oh
something.
no, that was it. It wasn't the Chinese. It was the wings.
Okay, yeah, it was the wing
spilled
sauce
Yeah.
because
Chinese
I was
on
there.
myself.
Because he grabbed the wing box and it wasn't closed completely. It looked like it was, to defend him. It looked like it was,
Thank
but it
you.
wasn't completely. So he grabbed it and he shook it like this, and it got wing sauce all over the pillow.
You can't see
Well-
my face, but I'm just shaking my head
was
Why
now.
did you shake it
He was like, "There's no
that?
sauce on it." I was like, "I know how to remedy the situation. You put it in the box and you shake it because that's what you do."
That's what
Yeah.
you do. That's right.
Yeah.
No, you are 100%
and
correct.
it just got everywhere.
You didn't check all 4 sides of the box. You just checked 3. So
Actually, I'm not even sure he really checked.
no. I watched it. He was checking, but he just didn't check the whole thing accidentally.
I didn't think this was Anthony call-out episode. Damn.
This just brought to you. We have our topic.
Oh, calling out Anthony. Oh boy. All right, we could see if we could get some of our cosplayers around and see if they can get in here and tell us about how they made their costumes. If you want to do that,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
fine with
let's do
that.
that. All right.
No.
All right, we got Miranda Chapman on here going to talk about how she made her Winter Soldier costume.
Hey guys. Yeah, so I am a special effects makeup artist, so I have worked with a lot of different types of materials. Right now, my Winter Soldier arm is actually EVA foam. I got it
A
at
cosplayer's dream.
Yes. It's a high density foam. You can also get like thicker stuff at like Harbor Freight, but I actually get mine custom. This one is about 4 millimeters.
Do you mind if I touch?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just about to ask the exact same thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cosplay isn't consent. You know?
It is not.
So-
Yeah, no, I appreciate
I
it.
can't count how many times I've been at a con, like in a Batman costume or a Deadpool costume, and people are just like, "Oh my god!" like touching up on me.
I'm
I'm
really
like, "Stop
grateful
it."
that people don't approach me and try to touch me.
Cosplay, not consent.
It seems to be the consensus.
Consensus.
Consensus. Yeah, so this one's a little worn and torn just because it was one of my first ones.
See, because I thought it was just craft foam at first,
Yeah.
and then I felt it, and it feels like thicker. Like it
Yeah.
feels more durable,
Sturdy.
like it's more sturdy. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because when you said it was EVA foam, I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never seen EVA foam that thin. So then
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to feel it and see what it was like. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, no, like it's really awesome. I put a layer of Mod Podge as well as Leak Seal and Plasti Dip, and I have been experimenting with coating with resin as well.
Okay. We were talking about
yeah.
that earlier. How you were working with resin and stuff.
I
Now.
love Plasti Dip.
Yeah, Plasti Dip's great. Leak Seal or Flex Seal is like Plasti Dip on steroids.
This
you
would
only
probably
have
be
to use,
really good for,
one or
like,
two sprays, and then
helmets
I
and
use the Plasti
masks.
Dip.
Like
Yeah.
that kind of foam, like for helmets and masks and stuff, like actual durable helmets and stuff. Because like I have this nice Viking helmet that I made, but it's like it's made out of the thick EVA foam, so it's not really like the best like consistency because it's super heavy and it's bulky. You know,
It is. And especially foam is an insulator, so it gets really hot really fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I used mine for LARP.
Yes,
So I was
yes.
out on the field swinging my swords around and stuff, and I would get hot real quick.
Oh yeah, it's really it's very insulating. I use I ended up putting a cloth sleeve underneath this, and so I glued it on top of that using contact cement.
Okay.
And it keeps it sturdy and really nice. I made each of these like rings separate, so that way it actually flexes and bends with when I walk.
Okay. That's pretty cool. So, like, with the bending of the elbow, does it ever, like, get worn out or anything? Like, do you have to replace it often?
Yeah, this one, I've had it for over 6 months now, and I have worn it multiple times doing just, like, TikTok videos and crazy things, so a little bit of a nerd.
TikTok?
Unfortunately,
Do you want
I
to
do.
spill out a link to it?
Yeah, so my TikTok is Special Effects Junkie. It's SPFXJUNKY. I do a lot of my builds on there, as well as just a lot of different cosplay as the Winter Soldier.
We'll have to check that out.
That's
Yeah.
really, really cringy, bro.
No, it's
That's super
so
cool, though.
I
Is super
loaded
cool.
it to be like, oh, I'll just check these out,
Yeah.
and then I got addicted, and then I got a whole bunch of followers and then people, and apparently you actually can get paid by doing
Yeah, like
videos,
monetization and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've been using that.
We get monetized through Spotify.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then just a quick thought on what you were talking about with helmets.
There's the music.
Yeah.
Playing again. Okay, yeah.
My husband's
Nice and
helmet
dramatic.
is
Yeah, I was
made
going to
out of
ask you to
EVA
talk
foam as
about
well.
your husband's costume as well, because if you want to say hi, you can. The microphone can hear you. Okay, well, her husband is Logan, and he's got a really nice Captain America costume, if you want to talk about how you made that one as well.
Yeah, so I actually bought the motocross fabric, and I made all the patterns myself, just self-taught, and I sewed everything, added all the layers, and
That's
I
impressive.
built his helmet out of EVA foam. And I actually coated that not in a resin. That one just has a nice shiny coat afterwards.
Right.
And literally, this is the first time I've ever sewn a full costume.
It's
As
looking
somebody
real
who
good.
has sewn a lot, I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Which you
But-
sewed your old Jean
old
Grey
Jean Grey
costume, yeah, the old
costume.
90s one.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to see that.
It's really cool looking. It is. It's got like the actual pockets on it and stuff.
It's alright.
Epic.
It's beautiful.
And that shield actually is the shield that I use for my Captain America costume. But it's actually a 3D printed shield, and it's buffed down to a thin, like a really thin point, and then buffed out and designed and stuff. Not by me. It was ordered, but it is a handmade thing. Like, it's not like a plastic manufactured shield.
Yeah, I make my shields as well. I'm actually I'm working on making to sell shields, but I
Right.
make mine as the EVA foam, and I do the resin coat, which I made it for him, but the resin did not cure in time to bring it, so I did not bring it.
I like that helmet a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my own design. It's a 3-piece helmet. You just can't tell, and then I ended up adding everything
The
else.
thing that I like specifically about it, if you don't mind tilting your head down a little bit, the design right here, like on the opposite sides of the middle section, it looks more like the design of the original Captain America from the comics as opposed to the one from the movie, and I like that subtle nod.
That's what I've been trying to do.
It's
I
kind
wanted
of like
to
an
blend
Easter
it.
egg on a cosplay, and I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
I
Yeah.
used a wood burning tool
Okay,
to
yeah.
go into the EVA foam.
Kind of like a stenciling
Yep.
design
That's
type
smart.
thing.
And then when you use the heat gun over it, it actually seals any cracks or anything that you have made with your
Nice.
burning tool.
Okay,
it
that's
does
pretty cool.
take off of a fume, so you just got to be a little careful. Don't breathe
Wear
it
a
in too
mask
much.
or something
that's
like
what I
that.
do.
Yeah. When I'm doing like my heat gun and like closing up my EVA foam and stuff like that, then I always use a heat gun.
I always set off the fire alarm. My dog gets so scared.
Well, thank you for being on.
Thank you for
We're,
having me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And we'll
And
have
now,
other
Miranda
Miranda
part
on here
2.
soon. Yeah. Okay, now we have Miranda Fitzgerald's on here. So Miranda 2.0. I mean, not 2.0.
The way
I'm not
you
saying
say
you're better
her
than
last
other
name still cracks me up. I know it's pronounced right, but
Fitzgerald's.
yeah, he put so much emphasis on the U.
It's because my accent, I don't really have an accent, but like where I'm from, you can kind of like feel subtle nods to the accent from when I'm like speaking.
We are in the Appalachian area.
Appalachian. I actually wasn't born or raised in this area. I grew up in Baltimore, so I have like a subtle. When I say like the state below Georgia,
No.
Florida, right?
That's where
But-
I'm from.
Yeah, so I say Florida. I don't say
What do you say?
Florida. Yeah. Or like orange.
Orange.
Yeah. But that's just a subtle thing with my accent. But it's whatever. That's not what the podcast is about. Hi, Miranda.
Hi.
Let's talk about how you made your Killer Frost costume, which is, might I say again, cool.
Thank you.
Thought I was gonna say killer.
We did.
Bunch of losers.
Well, I do a bit of combination of everything. I do everything from buying to building to a little bit of alteration, sewing, everything like that. This one was pretty simple. I had a lot of it already with me. The pants I've done with other costumes before. It's just the typical leather leggings. These shoes I've used for both Typhoid Mary and Electra, and they are the most comfortable shoes.
Are you doing Electra cosplay?
I do.
I love Electra.
And you will see another version of her here soon.
Cool.
You heard it here first, guys.
Tonray and I want to do this Iron Fist and Luke Cage cosplay so bad. It's Iron Fist and Luke Cage, but in an alternate dimension where they were never superheroes and they're just kind of like lazy bros. So
like your real life.
yeah, exactly like our real life.
That's awesome. Actually, Justin and me are going to be doing Electra and Punisher here soon. So it
Can't wait
should
to
be
see
fun.
pictures of that. Do you want to like link or spit out a link to your Instagrams or your where people can see your cosplay or anything?
Well, my Instagram is lady.j.cosplay, and there's also tags of my fiance, who is Mr. J Cosplay, right there on the main page. We do most of our cosplays together, so if you see a picture with a guy with me, it's him.
I've seen your
Couples
gender.
that cosplay together stay together.
Word.
That's actually how we met.
I've seen your gender-bended Harley Quinn and Joker cosplays, and those
Yes.
are really cool.
Thank you.
I
She
really like
did
those a lot.
The human ponyta.
The
Rapidash.
Yeah,
Rapidash.
I saw that last year at
Rapidash.
PopCon.
Yeah,
Yes.
PopCon.
Yeah.
'Cause that was
That was an interesting
Amazing.
one. That was a new one that I was really excited
Very
to do.
well made. Or if it's not well made, it looks like it, you know?
Well, thank you.
So-
I actually made that in about 2 weeks.
okay.
And it was really exciting because Zoe, our little girl, she was
So
able...
weird looking at you with those contacts.
I know. I'm sorry.
She has like bright blue contacts on, so.
Yes, I always put in contacts, and the more extravagant I can make them, the better for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So I always try to make them as bright and as bold as possible because that's where I want people to have their focus, is right
Yeah.
there on my face.
Yeah.
it works.
Thank you. But Zoe got to do a Pokemon trainer with my Rapidash, and she was more
Yes.
excited about
I
that
saw
than
that.
anything.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was really
so
cool because
cute.
I think I've only ever seen her in Harley Quinn other than that because she does Harley Quinn often.
Yes, that is her favorite character.
Okay, that's
Yep.
cool. And I really liked the Pokemon trainer one. That was really cool, like with the Rapidash and stuff. It was really cute. Honestly,
Yes.
yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah,
cosplay.
I made her a hat at work because I am also an embroiderer by trade.
She
I
made
was
our
able to do
super
that.
stuffed T-shirts. You can't see them. I'll post pictures. Yeah, well, I'll post pictures to our Instagram and our Facebook page, and you can see those. She made the, or she works for the company, I should say, that made the T-shirts and stuff. And I mean, you technically designed them because I sent you like a rough copy of a design, but like you made the slime better and stuff. And I personally like this design better than anyone that we've had. So yeah, I really do like these T-shirts a lot.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love my job. And I do that as a 9 to 5, then I cosplay as a hobby.
I love when people say I love my job because it just makes me think, wow, you found something. You know? Like there's a lot of jobs out there, and so there's a lot of people that are unhappy with what they're doing. And so like, if you find something that you like and you're doing, then that's just really like it's beautiful to me, you know.
And that's actually what happened. I was in a really crappy job. I worked a night shift job at Coldwater Creek, working in a distribution center, lifting heavy boxes for
Yeah,
12
that sounds
hours a
pretty
day.
awful.
Yeah.
It was a terrible job, and the company shut down, and I just happened to find this one. I had never done embroidery before, but I knew machinery well, and they gave me a chance, and I've been there for 5 years, and I've learned more about embroidery than I think I ever would have done normally.
That's so cool.
And I've even done embroidery for other cosplayers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
hit you up later.
Mary Stevens.
Maybe get some Xavier's podcast for gifted listeners T-shirts.
Yeah, because so many people listen to.
Yeah, anybody who needs embroidery done for a costume, a collar, something, what was it? I did an entire snake design for the front of Lucius Malfoy's leather jacket, and I sent it to a friend of mine who was going to cosplay
No,
as
do
him.
you use like an embroidery machine, or is your embroidery by hand?
It's all by machine. I have 4 machines that I run constantly,
That is really cool.
all by myself. Yeah,
super
I'm the only one
Far
there.
less time consuming, I imagine.
Yes. And I can even send designs to people that are away.
Right.
So I'm able to do a design,
Oh, yeah.
get it formatted to whatever machine you're using, and be able to send it to you. Because I
Can
do
you
it
make
all-
like iron-on patches and stuff like that?
Yes, I can.
Did you see Tonray's Nerds of the Galaxy shirt and hat?
No, I did not. I'm just over here rubbing my hands together mischievously.
Hey George, will you go grab Tonray?
I like your bananas on your underwear, George.
I love his Jotaro, or not Jotaro. I love his Joseph cosplay. Miranda, I mean, you guys can't see it, but I'll post pictures. But Miranda made this stuff.
Can I hold the hat
I love
for a moment?
I love the hat. Yes, the hat is my favorite
you.
thing. I really want to get a super stuff hat.
Okay, and yeah, it's all embroidered.
Yeah,
All embroidered. It took about 20 minutes.
you sent us a video of you making that. Actually,
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
you
really
can actually
cool.
post that too. Yeah.
That is super
I did it in a
cool.
slow-mo so you could see the needle.
I
Like,
was
You
go
don't
gonna
mind
give
if we
him back
post
his
that?
hat.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, we'll tag you in it and everything. Yeah. It's a really nice add to the costume. She put the hat on top of her wig.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
We got little ones hiding.
Oh, they're playing hide and seek around the
Hey.
around the studio.
Don't out where she's at.
Oh,
Well,
And she's found.
She's been
we
found.
we tried.
That is our little girl Zoe. So she's a little Harley Quinn today.
well, yeah. Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
And we'll definitely tag your links and stuff when we post the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we got Justin on here now.
What's going on, guys?
Let's talk about your Red Hood cosplay that you made.
Okay. So, what do you all want to know?
I guess we could start with the mask.
Yeah,
since
let's
it's
just
sitting here.
Well, let's just walk through your whole costume. Like, if you bought it or you made it or anything, just like what do it look like?
Everything that had been bought had to be modified, of course. The boots are just custom Walmart craps.
Right.
Nobody does shoes. Cargo pants is normal. The belt itself, the actual armor itself, those are bought and modified to look worn and torn. The pistols, those had to be transferred, made, and modified, which
Right.
are actually kind of fun to play with because they do pull back and everything.
I was
Okay.
gonna say I distinctly remember once watching a video of you and
You
how
got a
you
little weight
wore
on them
and
too,
tore.
like decent amount of weight.
Yeah,
It was your Joker costume where you just rolled around in gravel to give it that wear and tear look.
well, I have a full consideration with the individual who taught me. He gave me this really good grounding of if this character was real, it wouldn't be pretty. He wouldn't be, he or she wouldn't be prestige.
Play the character, not the comic.
Exactly.
You know.
It's one of the things where you don't only create a character, you create a backstory because of that battle damage.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher, number one, that was the thing that sunk me in because you could tell a story just by wear and tear. And I fell in love with it, and that's transferred down to every single thing I do now, like armor, battle damage, pistols, battle damage, trying to make everything seem real, the bullets, the splatter of the actual powder. Stupid stuff, just things that you would never ever notice unless you look.
Things that only the wearer of the costume would
Exactly.
notice. Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
person like me who has absolute OCD could see.
I totally understand that, man, for real. Yeah. I have I do a Deadpool costume, which you do Deadpool as well.
Yes.
I have a Deadpool costume where there was one day I was on my way to an event and my pants ripped open. So I just went in my underwear. And everyone loved it.
It's so on the
Loved it.
character, and at that point, even with a rip in your pants, you could have just duct taped it and still be a character.
And that's the thing
I
I
was gonna
did.
say I believe you did
I
duct
did
tape.
duct tape. I really did. No, I had actual duct tape on my crotch, and it worked. It was duct tape. People were like, "There's duct tape on your crotch." I'm like, "Yeah."
And
So
honestly, stupid stuff, especially with Deadpool, where you can break that fourth wall.
Exactly.
It's super beneficial because, the stupid stuff that happens in cosplay that we all know, the heat
your
melts
pin
the press,
falls
it's
out,
stupid
your stuff is tight, it's sweaty. Yeah.
And with Deadpool, you can kind of cheat and just kind of
Yeah.
slap on that.
I do so
whatever.
many variations of my Deadpool costume. I do Deadpool Bob Ross. I do
Yes.
Deadpool Just Got Up in the Morning, where it's literally me just wearing my mask and my bathrobe.
I actually got a Deadpool that I'm putting together and got it kind of finished, which is the PPAP, which I'm not sure if you guys know this, but
Pin, pineapple,
pineapple,
yeah.
apple pen. Yeah, I've got a full-on Deadpool pen, pineapple,
That's
apple
so
pen
cool.
character that I'm taking to Lexington.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
I really want to
Like-
work on a Deadpool Lil Pump from the
Oh my god,
the Roblox Lego thing. Yeah.
full-on rainbow hair and
Yes,
everything with
yes,
Deadpool.
everything.
Yes. That's like the main thing with Deadpool. You can just do anything.
You can.
And
You
for
really
some
can.
reason,
Very
it's socially
versatile.
acceptable. Yeah,
Very versatile, for real.
Yeah, it's literally the number one character because you could go DC with it, you could go Legos with it, you could do anything.
Right.
And I feel the more creative you get, whenever I did the Ghostbuster one, the more it's received well.
Oh yeah, you did do a Ghostbuster Deadpool. Yeah.
Me and Josh Schneider got together and knocked one out the park, and he did the pack really, really well together. And
Is he the one that is? He's the ghost. That's
okay. That gentleman right there
just walked by.
Yeah,
the
just casually walked by.
We
as
were
I
just
call his
talking
name.
about you as you walked by. He's the one that made Miranda's belt buckle thing.
Yes.
The 3D printed belt buckle for a Killer Frost cosplay. All right, so let's talk about the actual body armor that you have.
Okay.
Okay, how did you make that?
6mm foam and lots of patience.
Let's walk through like the actual like designs of like the abs and the pecs and stuff, because like that's always been a hard thing for me. Like I make armor and stuff out of EVA foam, but
when I first started making actual foam armor, I didn't get the grasp of like the three-dimensional look that you get and how you have to cut patterns and make patterns for that 3 dimensions. Like number one thing, especially when you're making armor that you do realism and do the abs, it's literally patterns first. Like you make the smallest mistake in a pattern, it's over for you in the long haul.
like nipples on George Clooney.
Exactly, like that's bat nipples. Nobody ever wanted that ever, but it somehow is in existence.
And everyone watching is shaking their heads right now.
But I'm telling you, like, I know it sounds so cliche, but like, take your time on your patterns.
Yeah.
Make sure that like when you wrap your mind into these patterns, that it comes out to you, and it's what you're looking at in 3 dimensions.
That's why it's important to kind of draw it out first.
Yeah, draw it 3 to 6 different times, and make sure that it is what you want.
Right.
And if you are having trouble even trying to get the idea of what a 2-dimensional item would look in 3D, there's so many YouTubers out there that not only are doing good things, they're murdering the game right now.
Yeah.
Like there's I don't remember his name, but there's an Asian gentleman, and he's the one that does all these foam things with like the battle armor and all this, and this is kind of like where I kind of honed that technique. It's like, do this, do this, do this, and he does a really good job.
One of my
doing
favorite
that.
types of cosplay is like that. It's like with the makeup, and it looks like the actual cartoon character.
Oh yeah,
You know, like the actual designs in the hair and on the like.
yeah.
There was a guy that went as Big B Wolf from The Wolf Among Us.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
did the makeup and
yeah.
everything. It looked
Don't
so
get me started
good.
on that game.
It looked so good.
I know there was a guy who just did from Borderlands 3. There's a character and literally line drew everything. I was like,
Yep, I've seen that.
like straight can be, but I got a man crush on you. You're so good at what you do.
Right? It's crazy too, because like I've always thought, like, you know what, I would love to do like a Batman like that. Like I have an Adam West that I do.
Yeah.
And I would love to do that version, but like the cartoon, you know? I don't have the talent yet.
It's
You
just-
know?
you need
It's
to. You need to just
a
wrap
matter
your
of
mind.
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta keep working at it until eventually it'll turn out.
I think a lot of it's makeup and stuff too, because like I can contour a cheekbone, but I can't like actually draw some cartoon lines on me yet.
Oh
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know with sewing, my very first sewing project, I made just like a messenger bag, and I sewed the entire thing inside out. Seam ripper is your best friend. But I learned not to sew it inside out again.
Yeah. There's a concept, a billion vulgarities, and then an end product that's somewhat decent that you could now somehow do
Improve
10,000 times
upon,
better.
yeah, exactly.
And that's, I think, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It literally is. That is what it is. But
My sewing machine has endured much abuse,
oh yeah, there's
verbal and physical.
there's a lot of things in my basement that have been destroyed because I pressed too hard on a pattern and it popped.
See, I have a Captain America and a Deadpool that I do, and like I used to just do Captain America and Deadpool, but now I'm stuck to doing different variations of the characters because the costumes are so worn out and used.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm about to take my Captain America costume and just make it into a Secret Wars Cap costume, and like, but the thing is, I would have to ruin the shield, I would ruin the costume, but I've had it for so long, and I mean, I'm kind of sick of doing Captain America now. You know, it's just it's a nice costume to do, but like me personally, I have so many more cosplays that I want to do. And so, like, with my
I'm a
Deadpool, I do
simple
so many
woman.
different variations of it now. And
Oh, yeah.
it's so much more fun.
It is.
Because someone's like, oh, that's a cool Deadpool cosplay, but then you're like, oh, that's a cool Deadpool Bob Ross, or oh, that's a cool, you know? Like,
yeah.
there's, I like the creativity behind it. Like, I like taking something and making it completely absurd.
Absolutely.
Whether I win a contest or not, I don't care.
Exactly.
But I like
It's
doing
about
that.
having fun.
Exactly, yeah. And like I do also love the simplistic stuff behind just doing a character and doing it so right, because there was a Doc Ock that I saw last year. It was like a really nice Doc Ock cosplay.
Are you talking about Columbus?
Yeah,
the man has his robot arms?
Yes,
that
move,
dude is impressive.
Yeah, it was at Columbus Comic-Con last year.
Every time he moves, the handles move with him. Oh,
he walks around with a little
dream
joystick
cosplay.
like this. Yeah, and he had the goggles, the hair, the jacket, everything. He looked so good.
I showed up and a friend talked me into doing this cosplay contest. I was like, well, there's obviously seconds. There's a go for second.
Right.
Like, this guy's amazing and obviously taking first.
I've seen so many different
Can't be actual robotics.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I've seen so many different cosplay contests that went so different directions than I thought.
Oh yeah.
Well, the one that we saw at in Chicago, the guy that did the man toast the head, the bread head.
Yes.
Toast man. Toast man. That's who it is. Toast man. And he didn't even place. And I was like, dude, your costume's awesome. But that's why I don't really.
There are a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh my God. There were. Yeah.
There's been a con I've been to, and there was this Hellboy, and I remember this guy haunts my dreams. He was that good. The full-on dreads, the beards that were braided. This dude paid attention every single step of the way, and he didn't even place. And I questioned every contest. Like, what are you guys doing?
Right.
That's a prom dress. This guy braids his beard. Pay attention. I completely get where you're coming from when it comes to a cosplay contest where it goes the absolute opposite way that it should have. No, I don't know if it's depending on how the character is done or the fact that you're not paying close that OCD attention to little details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I still firmly believe that cosplayers should be the actors and be the people who do the costume designs for a lot of movies.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just saying, Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique wouldn't happen if it weren't for,
I mean, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think cosplay designers, they should be. Yeah,
and I'm still mad about how they did Apocalypse too.
Yeah.
Well, see, I know a lot of professional makeup artists that are a lot better than a lot of Hollywood makeup artists. It's just a matter of getting out there and stuff, So
It looked like Ivan Ooze from Power Rangers,
It
way back in the day.
so
It was
bad.
just so purple. I was like,
It was so bad.
not sure if we want to do that.
well, it's been great having you on.
I've seen cosplayers do better.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen cosplayers do better. It's been great having you on, though. Yeah. Do you want to shout out a link to any of your Instagram pages or anything like that?
Yeah, my Instagram is at mr.j.cosplay. Facebook is Mr. J Cosplay. You can get a hold of Miss Cosplay, Lady J Cosplay too. We are always together, so it doesn't matter whichever way you get a hold of us.
That's
whatever.
Miranda,
Yeah,
the
she
one
was
that we
just
just
on,
had
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
it's
No
fun.
problem. So we're gonna take a quick break here, walk around, and see more of the con or meetup, or and in the meantime, other podcasts will be running. I think Sean's gonna do one.
Yeah, the Super Stuff show is going to be airing later, and then we have a podcast called Dueling Ogres in between us, so that should be pretty fun.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.